Okay, g'day, Rudy here. So this one's all about uranium. So before we get into the ETFs and the underlying shares, why are we investing in uranium? Oh, because of the transition to a clean energy. Once everyone works out that solar and windmills just won't quite cut the mustard. And it's probably going to end up more expensive than nuclear. Anyway, and also AI. AI is just a suction, huge suction for energy. So it's almost a given if you're smart about it. The World Nuclear Association forecasts 28% increase by 2030 in demand and nearly double by 2040. So the world's biggest suppliers having production issues. For decades, there's been no investment in building new mines, and so there's a bit of a structural deficit occurring. You had a lot of these utility companies that just used to be able to kick back, go, oh yeah, I'll buy some off you, and yeah, well, yeah, whatever, it's cheap. They were the kings, but it's starting to turn. They're running down their stockpiles, and they're having to go and talk to these uranium people to try and organise contracts, because they need to do it like years in advance, because once they get the stuff, they've got to cook it for a couple of years before they can use it. And they reckon the new mines needed 6 to 8 large-scale projects of 60 to 80 million pounds annually by 2035. And Kazza is a 30 million producer, so you're needing like 12 Kazzas to close the gap. So I don't know, that sounds pretty bullish to me. So this is that 2012. I mean, why did you build? That's why no one built anything, because they couldn't afford to. And this is the underlying theory of my resource bullish outlook. It's not just uranium, lithium, rare earths, gold, silver, platinum. The list goes on. Anyway, this is all about uranium. So how's the spot price going? Well, it's done the classic, so it's broken out of the declining wedge, broke out, come back, test, find support, next leg up. So you couldn't even draw that pretty. Right off the 20 moving average. Okay, alright, onto the... Okay, so ETF wise, so URNM, that's the one on the ASX. So heavily weighted to the two big boys. We'll go have a look at their charts. So we'll have a look. So it's heavily weighted to the big boys, and we'll go through them. So I've had a few cracks at this, trying to get people 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's coming back to the box. We're now above resistance. Okay, so there's our next target. Okay, so when we have a look at the underlying charts, I don't think it's coming back down here. Is it too late? No. This thing's going to go for decades. So we need to do the must-do benchmark, URNM over the King, MVR. So it's again done the breakout, test, up. So this is a ninja. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, this is a ninja ETF. Okay, so we've got Kamiko. So that's that's their shit. Look at that, down in the doldrums. So they're the king. They're the second largest uranium producer, and they own Westinghouse, so they build reactors as well. So it's a one-stop shop. And that's just been consolidating really since June. So June, July, August, so 3 months. So that's just going to rip at some stage. It's not going to rip down. So you got Kazaa. Okay, so they're the world's largest producer. Here's the all-time highs. So they've broken out of this expanding funnel here. So that's going off to the races. And we've got the Sprott Uranium Trust. So this is Mr. Sprott just went and bought some uranium and he's sitting on it. So that's all he's doing. That's all it's doing. And then you got Triple U Energy Fuels. So they're the leading US-based producer of uranium, rare earths, vanadium. You can see they're above this resistance level, consolidated up. And Deep Yellow, so that's one of our boys. So they're in their development phase. I don't know how they got into the big ETF. But anyway, they're in there. You can see they've done their big consolidation, and that's off to the races. And CGN Mining, it's another one in the ETF, the URNM. So they're in the trading, URNM trading. So you can see they've done the break. So that's heading up next. There is another ETF, Atom, which has got Cameco in it. It doesn't have Kazaa. But this one focuses more on the people that are, the companies that are building the reactors. So they got like this one, New Scale. So yeah, they're trying to build it. So that's trying to find some support. Oklo. So that's the same sort of thing. It's still trying to find. I prefer the URNM because I reckon there's a few other. These ones aren't in the ETF. They're in a little special basket here. So this is HOND. I am my friend Sham. So this is if you do have access to NASDAQ, the nuclear molten salt reactors for uranium. So that doesn't look too bad. There's Silex, which is on the ASX. So it's not in the ETF. They laser enrichment technology. So that looks pretty promising. And then Dell. Oh no, Dell's a renewable energy company. Okay, so URNM over Atom. Now I prefer, because those companies in Atom might fail with their building the reactors. I reckon Westinghouse have got it nailed. So, and also the charts indicating that URNM is going to outperform Atom. Okay, so now on to a US-based ETF, but it holds a bucket load of our uranium stocks in it. So it's the URNJ. Looks wonderful, looks beautiful. URNJ over URNM. So this doesn't have Cameco or Kazaa in it. So I expect over the medium to long term this will outperform the ASX one. So in it, so this one's not on the ASX, but you got UEC, uranium miner, US based. Okay, then it's got Denison. So they're another Canadian uranium project. So that's going to burst to new highs. And we've got NextGen. So another one in Canada. Okay, now we've got one of our boys. So Paladin. So that's sitting in this ETF. Similar, I've had a few goes at telling people, is it going to come back down here? No, that's, I mean, look at that, it's just consolidating at the highs. It's going up here next. I don't think it's going to come back down here. Then we got Mr. kicked in the ass. Boss Energy. I reckon it was, I did say buy it around here. They'll get their act together. So, and kill those shorts. Then we've got Bannerman. So it's another ASX one. So they've got a DFS in Africa. So that'll rip once it breaks here. So that's setting up nicely. Then we've got Lotus. So another one in Africa. I've got a note here from YTT from the last capital raising, equity raising, fully funded to take through to first production. Expected Q3 2025. That's soon. It's done the breakout, done the retest. Giddy up, I say. Alligator Energy. Yeah, that was a nice buy there. Look, that's giddy up. Another one in Africa. It's an ASX one. Then we've got Elevate, advancing towards production. Got it doing a demo plant. So that's setting up nicely. Done the breakout, finding support. Next move up. Peninsula Energy. I think they had a bit of a, well, they did a capital raise at 30 cents and they had a few production issues. So that'll do a Boss Energy, that'll find its way back. And we've got Berkeley Energia. So that's got some nice support there. Pre-construction phase in Spain. Not bad. So these are all in that URNJ ETF. And then Alligator Energy, Explorer, South Australia, Northern Territory. Hasn't broken yet. So it might have to break and then come back and retest because that's a pretty steep. It's rare that they just go straight like that one there. They went and then come back. But anyway, and then there's a few other ones which aren't in the ETF but are on. There's NextGen, so they're developer in Canada. So they've done their consolidation and now consolidating at the highest. So next step up. I88 Explorer in Canada. Yeah, saying it had a bit of hello and got knocked back, but at support, so good. Alright, so my preference is get yourself to a US brokerage and open URNJ. It's not that difficult. The currency risk isn't. If you invest in VGS or IVV or anything like that, it's the same. Otherwise, there is nothing wrong with the URNM, and that's going up. Alright then, thanks for that. Let us know your thoughts.